If you're running a campaign, no matter what size, you're going to need to create a Facebook page. Why? Because Facebook is still the most popular social media platform on the planet and a powerful way to connect with your voters. You can use your Facebook page to share contact information, your hours of availability, your campaign platform, and connect to your campaign website, receive donations, and more. Your Facebook page will help you be discovered by new voters to grow your campaign reach. Setting up a Facebook page for your campaign is very easy and completely free. You don't need any specific computer skills or digital know-how. If you are a complete beginner, you won't have any problem creating yours. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook page, step by step, so if you're ready,
So let's jump on in.
To create a Facebook page, you're going to need a personal Facebook account. So if you haven't got one, you're going to need to create one before you can start setting up your page. It's super simple to do and only takes a couple of minutes. Once you've created your personal account and you're logged into your Facebook, you should see a screen that just looks like the one across from the window. There's a bar that includes multiple icons, which are shortcuts to access the main Facebook features, such as your friends, Facebook Marketplace groups, one to access your profile right next to it, and a circle with multiple dots called menu. Just click onto it in the Create section. Scroll down to the page option and select it. From there, we can start building our page, starting with the page name. Since this page is for your campaign, you will want to use your committee name or some variation of it. I'm going to start building a page for a sample school board member called Jillian for school board. As you're adding information onto your page, you can see them being displayed in the preview window. The next step is to pick a category. Choosing the right category is actually important to help you with your page and being discovered on Facebook. When people are searching for a candidate like you, like in this case, we're going to go for a political candidate. You can choose 3 categories altogether. So if you feel all 3 categories, all relevant to you, just add them. For instance, here, I will just use political candidate. Don't add categories that you do not represent. If you are already an elected, then you might want to select politician as well as one of your chosen categories. I assume if you're watching this, then you've either selected political candidate or politician. But if you can't find the exact category that fits what you do, choose the closest match possible. Only the first category you've picked will show on your page. So the next step is to add a description. Think of this as an equivalent of an about page that you would find on any given website. If you have a website and have an about page, then you might want to just repurpose this content in this description for your Facebook page. It'll save you some time. If not, use the space to describe who you are, what you do, why you're running for your campaign, and why people should vote for you. There's a character limit of 255 characters, so try to use them all. Once you're done, just click on Create Page. After a few seconds, you should see a pop-up message telling you your page has been created and prompts you to add images onto your page to add more details. Let's start with the images. Scroll down to the left-hand side of the panel, which should reveal 2 placeholders to add images onto your page. The first one is to add a profile picture, which will display there. The second one is for the main image of your page, which is a cover photo and will be displayed right there. Let's start with the profile picture. This is the image that will show pretty much everywhere across Facebook, whenever you publish a post or a comment or when somebody shares your content. So that's why I recommend you use your personal candidate profile. Facebook recommends you use an image that fits the following dimensions: 170 pixels by 170 pixels. But when you do that, it seems to return an error upon uploading it. So to avoid this, I suggest you use an image that's 170 pixels high by 180 pixels wide. Instead, it'll be cropped into a circular image, so it'll make it so it doesn't fit your design. I've prepared an example for Jillian running for school board image earlier, so I'll just need to fetch it. Upload it. The next step is to add your cover photo here. Facebook recommends to use an image that's 1,640 pixels by 856 pixels. Once again, I suggest not to follow these recommendations and use an image that's about 850 pixels wide by 350 pixels high. If you want your cover photo to display well on desktop and mobile, I've also prepared a cover photo for those following dimensions earlier. So I'm going to load it now. If you're struggling with creating your own images to the right sizes, I suggest you use Canva, and I've created both images from scratch. Canva is an online design tool you can use to create logos, social media content, and much more. It's all for free. For more information, click on the link in the description below. Once you've uploaded the photos to your website, use the desktop and mobile preview to check if you're happy with the look and the feel of your page. Then click Save. After a few seconds, you should see another pop-up message letting you know you're interacting as your page. You might also see a pop-up prompting you to create a WhatsApp button and to create a WhatsApp ad. Just skip all of it for now. I will cover this in just a minute. So it's official. Your page is now live, meaning your page is now officially being created and it's available to everyone to see. But don't get too excited just yet. For your page to be successful, your campaign needs to be credible. And you need to complete a few more steps, really, for it to be visible. If you scroll down onto your page just a little, you'll see a box called Setup. Set up your page for success. It includes a progress bar showing you how many steps you've completed so far and how many are left to do. And so far, we've done about 5 out of 13. This box is broken down into 3 key areas, each requiring a number of actions for the remaining steps you need to complete and finalize your page. The process is very simple to follow. Let's go through one by one. The first one is all about your page's identity. If you've followed everything I've covered so far, all the steps should be marked complete. Let's go on to the next area and provide info and preferences, which includes 6 steps, starting with adding your website link to your page. Just click on the Add Website button and add the website address in the pop-up. If you don't have a website, no problem. You can always come back to the step later on. I've included a link to the website builder through Down Doggy, link in the description. You can close the pop-up once you're done. Facebook will automatically save all your changes. Next, click on the Add Location Info button in the pop-up window, and your campaign address, city, state, and zip code. And then again, if you don't have an address for your campaign, click My Page Doesn't Have a Location and close the pop-up. I do want to mention, many campaigns will opt to have a temporary PO box as a location, and this would allow your people to send donations and such like that, so it's a good idea. You can always come back and edit this later. The next step is to add hours from the pop-up. Select the option that applies to your campaign and add the details accordingly. Next, add your phone number. This is fairly straightforward. If you don't have a phone number, tick the box. In my example, my page doesn't have a phone number. For the next step is for those of you who want voters to connect with you through WhatsApp. WhatsApp has become extremely popular as a way of connecting with voters over the years. Since Facebook owns WhatsApp, they make it easy to integrate with your page. If this is your preferred choice of communication with voters, just click the Connect WhatsApp button. Then enter your phone number, click Send, and you're good. You should be prompted with a message to enter a verification code which you've received on your phone. Enter it, and then once verified, you can click on the Add button option and skip the rest of the message. Facebook will then automatically add a WhatsApp button call to the action right on the top of your page. Anyone coming across your page will be able to reach out directly by clicking on this button. This call to action button is by far one of the most important components of your page because it'll be what people will be using to get in touch with you. WhatsApp is the only one of these possible options. So you might want your visitors to email you instead or go to your website. Enter the appropriate details and click the Save Your button and it will automatically be updated. You've now completed 11 steps out of the 13. Congratulations. There's only 2 more to go. These buttons are about introducing your page to the community and spreading the word by inviting your friends to like your page and to be the very first step. So if you want to connect your campaign and promote it, invite as many friends as you can. The next step is all about creating the welcome post. In your welcome post, you'll want to convince your audience to like and follow. You create a welcome post that includes details and about your campaign and why people should like your page. You provide information about what you will share, such as information updates about your campaign and more to help and create your welcome post. You can use straightforward templates on Facebook that they've made available. This is how I created mine. Click on Post. Your welcome post should be seen on your feed right there. You should also see a message letting you know that you've completed all 13 steps, and you can update your page in full at any time. More on this just in a minute. Despite Facebook claiming there's 13 steps to be successful, there are a few more things that you can do to maximize your chances of attracting new voters, starting with giving your page a username. The username of your page is that it'll appear right under the name of your page, also in the address bar of your browser. Creating a username for your page makes it easy for people to remember it and find your campaign page on Facebook right now. The URL in the address bar is anything but user-friendly, so you couldn't just expect anyone to remember it. Click this link, create Add Username, right under your page name and the username field, which the username you'd like to give your page, that you would usually use on your campaign name. Here, don't include any spaces. It's possible that the username you want is already being used by somebody else, which means you'll have to choose something different, like in this example. Since your page is new, it's highly unlikely you will not be able to create a username just yet. You'll need to get a minimum of about 10 people to like your page before you can create one. I was able to create mine with just 10 likes. Once you've chosen your username, just click on the Create Username button, then refresh your page. Your page address should be about updating to your much friendlier format. Everyone can remember it, and it's also under your page name. The next thing you might want to do is customize what shows in the main navigation of your page. Right now, the options are like services or reviews, shop, whatever. This is based on the default template. Facebook has applied your page based on the category you've chosen it. Click on the More drop-down button, select Edit tabs, and this will open up a window where you can switch to a different template, which will have a different set of buttons. Click on the Edit button to see the options available. If you want to switch, select which template you think might be more suitable, then click Apply Template. I'm going to start and stick in the template here since it's the recommended one. However, I want to change some of the navigation buttons. Since Jillian's our political candidate, I wouldn't need shop section to be displayed, for example, so I'll keep these things kind of turned off. Instead, I want to add a photo section so visitors can see what a great person Jillian is. I will be posting on my page, which I feel will help conversations. All I need to do is drag and drop it where I want to show, and in this case, it'd be right here after reviews. When you go back to your page, and then the changes will be visible. Time to move on to the menus on the left-hand side, starting with Facebook Meta Business Suite. Last year, Facebook launched a free tool called Meta Business Suite, which is now fully integrated as part of your page. With Meta Business Suite, you can manage your Facebook campaign page, your Instagram account, and Messenger all in one place. Clicking on the inbox, for example, will enable access to respond to messages you've received on Instagram, Facebook, and Messenger, as well as comments. You'll need to link up your Facebook page with your Instagram account first, which is super simple. You can do all this from Instagram Direct option by clicking the Connect Instagram button. Log into your Instagram account and follow the process to your business suite. You can easily plan and organize your content using the Planner option too. With a publishing tool, you can create, publish, and schedule your posts, stories on Facebook and Instagram all at once, saving you tons of times when you're at the most busiest in your campaign. The newsfeed option will show your feed both on Facebook and Instagram, while Business App option will help you connect with various apps and grow your campaign's social experience further. I'm not going to spend too much time on Meta Business Suite tool today because it would warrant a whole video to itself. But if you're an avid user of Facebook and Instagram to promote your content, I recommend you start exploring it now. The menu to the right on the Facebook Meta Business Suite is exclusively related to your Facebook page and most importantly, one for you to today. I'm only going to cover these 3 items from the list here, which I feel are the ones that you should focus on, especially if you're going to start out on Facebook. The first one to edit is page info. Clicking this will lead you to the page where you can find and edit or information related to your campaign. You have filled in so far such as your campaign name, description, categories, and details. There are a few fields that weren't available during our initial setup, which you might consider, such as adding a privacy policy. This is also where you can specify temporary changes. The next section we're going to look at is the page settings. This is where you'll be able to fine-tune your page to your exact requirements. From here, you can unpublish your page, restrict countries which have access to your page, and add an age limit to visitors. You can view your page, turn on profanity filter, and so on. On the left-hand side here, there is a sub-menu giving you access to further options such as messages customization, where you can automate responses through Messenger. Allowing other people to apart from yourself, like a campaign manager, to manage your page, and many other features, some of which are already covered. Let's click back to the page so we can get back to the main menu and look at the last important section called Insights. This section will provide you with the analytics about your page. From here, you can see how well your page is doing and how many people post that you have reached, how many new likes you have, and much more. Keeping an eye on this regularly will help you understand what works and what doesn't, and allowing you to improve upon your performance over time. Let's go back to our page and publish our very first post. To do this, click on the Create Post button from the top menu. You can simply write something, an image or a video, and even include an option for visitors to WhatsApp you if you have the option set up via Messenger, which I think is a great way to attract visitors. Once you're done, click on the post and it will show you directly in your feed and everyone else to see. That's it, guys. Your page is now set for your very first post. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, happy campaigning.